All right, good morning, class, and welcome. Today, we will be doing Unit 8 in your CEFR Form 5 download textbook. And today's lesson will be lesson 67, and it's a reading lesson. And this lesson is found on page 95. Are you all able to see my slides?
Yes, teacher.
All right, very good. Okay, um, all right, so we will be doing our writing component once you go back to school. Okay, so today we'll be focusing on reading. All right. Okay, just let's look at this picture here. Can you see this picture? What's happening in this picture? What can you see? What is this? Or what are these? Can you see this? This is found on page 95 in your download textbook. Can you see three small creatures here?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, what are they?
Ants.
Ants.
Ants. Okay, what are the ants doing now? What are they doing?
Taking something.
All right, so yeah, you're taking something. So what is that considered as?
Food.
All right, it is food, but what are they doing actually? Look at the title here. So, what do you think are the ants doing? They are? Can you see this?
Like hard day's work.
Okay, hard day's work, right? So, what are these ants doing now? They are?
Working.
Very good. They are working. Okay, so as in human beings, we have different scope of jobs. We have many different types of jobs. In the big, uh, when you look at a big picture, we can just categorize them as probably a government servant or private sector. So when you keep breaking it down to many other components, then you will come across different types of jobs. Some jobs probably like, things that you may not even imagine such thing exists, but it's actually still a job, right? So for the ants, this is their job, a hard day's work. So they are actually working. Finding food is actually their work. They do not go to an office to work, and they are not given any salary. So they have to go and work hard to find their food. So if they don't have food, then they cannot eat. All right. So, okay, let's look at this one. Which jobs in the UK have more women than men? Write W for women and M for men. Okay, so before I give you the answers, let's just try to guess. Right? Let's just check and see. This one is not in Malaysia. This is in UK. So which jobs in the UK have more women than men? So which one you think? Teacher,
More
M.
woman.
Okay, you think it's women, so it's W. Member of Parliament,
Men.
man. Journalist,
More woman.
women. Engineer,
Men.
man. Laboratory technician,
Men.
man. Librarian,
More woman.
judge,
Men.
author.
Woman.
Okay, so let's now check the answer because we are not sure. We don't live in UK, so let's just check what what happened. What is this in UK? All right. For teacher, it is women. Member of Parliament is man. Journalist is women. Engineer, man. Okay. Laboratory technician, women. Librarian, women. Judge, man. And author, women. All right, like this, you see, a laboratory technician, like in our country, most of the time we see as men, but in UK this is conquered by women. All right, so okay, look at these jobs. How are they similar and how are they different? Okay, the first one is a librarian and the second one is an author. See the similarity of these two, librarian and author. So what do they work with?
Books.
Books, right? Okay, so the difference, what is the difference between or the what is different about being a librarian and being an author? Does a librarian write books?
No,
No.
No. What about an author?
I think.
Writes
Happy.
books, right? Okay, so that's the different. So this librarian, they handle books. Come, you want to read, you want to borrow these books? Yes, you can. So you deal with a librarian. Whereas the author is not bothered about who is going to buy the books or who's going to read the books. The author's work is just to write. Then the publisher publishes the books, and when the book goes to the library, only then the librarian will be in control of the book. So at this point of time, a librarian has got nothing to do with the author. All right. Okay, let's look at number 3. Is there any job you would absolutely refuse to do? Which job? Any jobs? Do you think if you are given this job to do, you cannot do? You will just say no. Even if you're going to pay me 10,000 ringgit, I don't want the job. Is there any such job that you think you absolutely will refuse to do? Anyone?
Doctor.
Doctor? All right. Why are you scared of COVID?
No, blood.
Blood. All right. Okay. So see, that's the thing. There are some people they cannot do a certain job. They are actually afraid. All right. So what are we going to do now? I mean, question number 3. Actually, different people have got different kinds of jobs that they will refuse. All right. Okay. So let's look at this. We are going to watch a short video about an unusual job. How long has Matt been doing this job? All right. So we are going to watch a video now. So in this video, you are going to see an unusual job, right? So and this job is about a person called Matt, right? So when you watch, you listen very carefully, okay? And in this you will find out how long has Matt been doing this job. All right, you ready? Okay, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so let's watch this video.
so I think it's architecturally beautiful. He's doing an excellent job, and it takes a lot of patience.
And while his art has a very short shelf life, Matt remains philosophical about his work.
It's a completely natural element. If it's done at the beach and no one destroys it, the only thing that takes it away is the tide or erosion back into the sand on the ground. I guess you just get used to it. The temporal nature of sand skull is reflective of life.
Right. Did you all watch that video?
Yes, teacher.
All right. So this is an unusual job. So what job is that?
Building sandcastle.
Yeah, it's actually sand sculpture. Sculpture. He was actually trying to use sand to build sand castles. Right. So how long has Matt been doing this job? Anyone heard that? How long has Matt been doing this job? Any idea? Did anyone ever capture that? How long has he been doing this job? All right, so probably maybe you didn't really get it. Okay, so he was doing it for 12 years now. All right, so let's look at our next task. All right, okay. So now we are going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, and D. Okay, there are 4 texts that we are going to read. So text A is an article. All right, so we are going to read this text. Okay, so I'm just going to play this. You listen while you read.
Unit 8. Reading. A.
Richard Dunk must have the most enjoyable job ever. He spends his working hours testing water slides. Richard's employer is Best Choice, a company with holiday resorts in all 4 corners of the world. It's my responsibility to check the height of the slides, the speed as I go down, the amount of water in the slides, and the way I land in the pool at the end. All these elements are like a secret recipe. If the slides aren't exciting, no one will want to stay at the resorts. But more importantly, they must be safe, said Richard. He was recruited 6 months ago to help them make improvements to their facilities, including the slides. Since then, he has tested slides in Greece, Spain, Malta, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic. What does he think about his job? It's unbelievable. Who knew such jobs existed?
All right, so these texts are about this person called Richard Dunk. All right, so the text A, it talks about, you see, let's look at the lines that I've underlined. These are some important points that you will need when you are answering the questions later in number 3. Okay, it's my responsibility to check the height of the slides, the speed as I go down, the amount of water in the slides, and the way I land in the pool at the end. All these elements are like a secret recipe. See, this guy's job, okay, this is Richard Dunk. His work, you see, this job is so unique. He works for a company called Best Choice, all right, a company with holiday resorts in all 4 corners of the world. All right, so his responsibility when he works here is to check the height of the slides, right? Height, okay, how high is the slide? The speed as I go down, okay, as he goes down, you want to check the speed, right? And the amount of water on the slide. So you see there's water on the slides, right? So his job is to check all these things and the way he lands in the pool at the end, right? So to see whether it's dangerous or it's not dangerous. Okay, so these are his secret recipe. Okay, so everything he has got all the correct amount of it. So you must check the height, you must check the speed, the total amount of water. Okay, so these are his secret recipe. Okay, why is he doing all these things for his resort? Okay, if the slides aren't exciting, no one will want to stay at the resort. All right, so his work is to what? To test all these things. So in order to make sure more people come to that resort. All right. See, if the slides aren't exciting, no one will want to stay at the resort. So imagine somebody who thought there is some nice water slide in this resort. They come here and they try to slide down. They get stuck halfway because there's not enough water to push the person down. So you think, will the person be excited? Definitely no. They'll be very disappointed because they can't slide down. So Richard Dunk's work is to go and make sure there is a equal amount of everything, and so that's the secret recipe of a good slide. Okay, so if he makes sure all these things happen, what will happen? More people will come to the resort. Okay, so now let's look at task B. Okay, so the first one was an article. So the second one now is an advertisement. All right. Okay, let's listen to this.
B.
Best Choice Malta, your destination for fun. For the most thrilling slides and splashes, head to Best Choice Malta, the best family-friendly resort. Scream as loud as you can as you shoot down the scary monster slide. Are you brave enough to fall down the completely dark black tunnel? All of our slides have been tested for safety and maximum fun by experts. 1 week Malta, flights included. Adults, £549. Children 2 to 12 years, £280. For more information, check out our website, www.bestchoiceholidays.com.uk.
All right, so let's look at this one. So this one is an advertisement. Right, so Best Choice Malta, your destination for fun. Okay, so you see, 1 week Malta, flights included. So that means it comes with the aeroplane ticket. So adults is £549. Children 2 to 12 years old is £280. All right, so adult children means only 2 to 12 years old. So adults meaning anyone above 12 years old, that means 13 years onwards, their price will be 549. Right, so this one inclusive of the flight. All right, so this is an advertisement. So we saw an article, we saw an advertisement. All right, so let's look at C. So what we have in C? Okay, so this is C. So this is a letter. Okay, you see here, this is a letter. So this is a different format. Okay, and this is C. All right, so let's look at this one.
C.
George Williamson, Best Choice, 127 Hampton Street, Pinchley. Dear Mr. Williamson, I am writing to apply for the position of Lifestyle Product Development Manager advertised in the Daily Times. As requested, I am enclosing a completed job application, my CV, and 3 references. I believe that my diploma in travel and tourism, as well as my considerable work experience, will make me a very good candidate for this position. Please see my CV for additional information regarding my experience. I can be reached anytime via email at richard.dunk@email.com and on 07433 246 357. Thank you for your time and consideration. I look forward to speaking with you about this employment opportunity at your earliest convenience. Yours sincerely, Richard Dunk.
All right, so this one is a letter. So earlier we saw an advertisement, we saw an article first, then we saw an advertisement, and this is a letter, the third one. All right, so the important point here is, you see, I believe that my diploma in travel. So this Richard Dunk has got a diploma in travel and tourism, as well as my considerable work experience will make me a very good candidate for this position. All right, so this guy Richard Dunk is actually applying for a job. See, I'm writing to apply for the position of Lifestyle Product Development Manager advertised in the Daily Times. All right. So why is he defending? He's defending himself because he has got a diploma in travel and tourism. All right. And also he has got a considerable work experience. So that is why he assumes that he is a very good candidate for this position. Right? Okay. So now let's look at the last one. Okay, so the last one, D, is an email. So A was an article, B was an advertisement, 3 was a letter, and now the last one, D, is an email. Right? So this one, email, is also very popular in your SPM paper. All right, you see, yeah, this is an email.
D. From George Williamson. Subject: Product Development Position. Hi, Mary. As you know, last Friday was the closing date for applications. John and I have gone through them all. It was a mixed bag of applicants. Some had no experience or qualifications at all, but were hoping for the best. Others were overqualified. However, there are two candidates who we believe stand out from the rest. The first one is Richard Dunk. He's worked as an entertainment manager at various resorts in the Mediterranean and really seems to understand the concept of a fun family holiday. The other candidate is Erica Martin. She's younger than Richard and has less work experience, but she does have impressive qualifications in marketing. I've attached their CVs for you. If you also think they're suitable, let me know and I'll arrange for interviews ASAP. Cheers, George.
All right. So in this email, we get to realize that Richard Dunk has also work experience as an entertainment manager, right, at various resorts in the Mediterranean and really seem to understand the concept of a fun family holiday. All right. So, okay. So now let's look at our questions. Okay, so before we go to number 3, let's look at this. What do you think would be a fun job? What qualification and experience would you need to do the job? All right, so this one is your own preference, or what I mean is you are free to give me your answer. So if you are given a choice to choose a job, which one would you choose? Not based on the text, it's up to you. Okay, so now you are going to finish your SPM soon. So if you are offered an option to choose any job that you like to do, what do you think you would choose? Or what you think would be the most fun job to do? Anyone? Okay, can you all see this question? Are you all able to see this question or not?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so what do you think would be a fun job? Okay, forget about forget about going to university and studying or whatever. So just think, if you are given an option to choose a fun job, what job would that be? What do you think you would want to do? Anything that you have come across, or probably a job that you've read about? It's like, very easy, yet you can make a lot of money. Any job?
Barista.
A barista. Okay. Okay, so it depends. Everyone has got their own preferences, right? Okay, what qualification and experience would you need to do the job? Okay, most this kind of job, sometimes you don't even need any qualification. Probably you just need some skills to learn the trade of the job, and then you will be able to do it. All right, so we have already read the text. Okay, what are Richard Dunk's qualification and previous work experience? What did he study? What he has? What's his qualification? What certification does he have?
Diploma
All right,
in
so he,
tourism.
very good. Okay, he has got a diploma in tourism and travel, entertainment manager, and he was an entertainment manager at a resort in the Mediterranean. All right. Okay, now let's look at the next one. Number 3. Use the information in the text to answer the questions. All right. So the first one, question 1 and 2 refer to section A. So A was an article. All right. So just use your memory now. If you have your textbooks with you, you can refer. Otherwise, just try to recall and try to answer. Okay, why is Richard testing water slides? A, because it is enjoyable. B, to attract clients to the resorts. C, to make them the safest in the world. And D, because he'd like to become an expert. So which one you think? Why was he testing the water slides? Okay, B, is it? Okay, let's check our answer. Okay, the answer is B, to attract clients to the resorts. Okay, let's look at number 2. Why are the elements of a slide compared to a recipe? A, not everyone knows how to make them. B, both require a lot of time to make. C, because secret recipes are exciting. D, both need the right amount of ingredients.
D.
What's the answer?
Donkey.
Donkey. Okay, let's check the answer. All right, the answer is D. Both need the right amount of ingredients. Remember, he was testing the slides. He needs to know the height, the amount of water. All right, so all these things, he need the right amount in order to make it the best. Okay, so next one, question 3. Okay, refers to section B. Okay, what is true about best choice holidays? Okay, A, teenagers pay as much as parents. It costs extra to fly to Malta. They are only, they are only available in May. Malta is the cheapest destination. So what's the answer?
A.
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 Okay, let's check our answer. Okay, let's check. All right, the answer is A. Teenagers pay as much as parents. Okay, there was only 2 options there, right? 1 children and 1 adult. So anyone above the age of 13, you will end up paying like an adult. Okay, question 4 and 5 refer to section C. All right, so section C was the letter. Okay, what has George Williamson received? An attachment, a phone call, a letter, or an email?
C.
Okay, let's check. All right, the answer is C, a letter. Okay, number 5. What does Richard think he is suitable? Why does Richard think he is suitable for the job? A, his 3 references are very good. He has enclosed everything he was asked to send. He has relevant qualifications and work history. D, he can be easily reached for more information. So what is number 5?
C.
C. All right, so let's check our answer. Yes, it is C. He has relevant qualifications and work history. Remember, he said he has got a diploma and then the places that he has worked before. Okay, now let's look at question 6. Question 6 refers to section D. Section D is the email. Okay, what would George like Mary to do? A, look at all the applications. B, choose one of the 2 candidates. C, decide if experience is better than qualifications. D, see if she agrees with him. So what do you think is the answer?
D.
You mean choose one of the 2
Donkey.
candidates? Donkey. Okay, so we have 2 answers here. Okay, let's check. All right, the answer is D. See if she agrees with him. All right. Okay, let's look at number 7. Question 7 and 8 refers to section A, B, C, and D. All right. So which sections mention employment?
A.
Only A? You see, there's okay, A. Okay, sorry. You say A means section A, C, and D. Is it? All right, let's check. Yes, the answer is A, C, and D. So the answer is A. Okay, let's look at 8. What is probably true about the job? A, most days aren't very exciting. It involves more than having fun. C, few people would be interested in it. And D, it is suitable for anyone. So what do you think is the answer for 8?
B.
Okay, B. Let's check our answer. Yes, it involves more than having fun. All right, so let's look at the next part. Okay, complete the sentences with the correct form of these words. Apply, impress, qualify, refer, responsible, and work. Okay, let's try to complete the sentences with these words. Okay, I have a part-time job and the blank hours are 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. So what do you think is the answer?
Working.
Okay, let's check our answer. Yes, working hours. Okay, number 2. Unfortunately, none of the job blank did well at the interviews.
Sadly.
All right. Before that, you must understand this one. Complete the sentences with the correct form of these words. All right. So we have this word like apply, impress, qualify, refer, responsible, and work. So we need to change this form to fill in the blanks. For example, what is given here is work. So I have a part-time job and the you cannot say work. You must say working hours are 9 a.m. Okay, let's look at number 2. Unfortunately, none of the job what? Okay, I'll give you a clue. It is apply. So how are you going to change the form of apply to fill this blank? None of the job what?
Applicant.
Very good. Okay, applicants did well at the interview. Okay, number 3. Without the right university blank, you won't be able to find a good job.
Qualification.
Very good. Okay, qualification, university qualification. Okay, number 4. Whose blank is it to keep the shop clean and tidy?
Respons-
What is it?
Responsible.
Responsibility. All right. Okay. Very good. Okay. It is responsibility. Whose responsibility is it to keep the shop clean and tidy? Okay. Number 5. We would like you to provide a or an blank from your last employer.
Impression.
Not
Refer.
really. Okay, so the answer is using refer. So when you go to a new job, you normally have to give a phone number of someone else whom your new company will call to actually check on you. So that is called as reference, right? Okay, let's look at the last one, number 6. The most blank candidate of all had degrees from Harvard and Oxford. So the most, it is actually using this word, impress. So how are you going to change it?
Impressive.
Impressive.
Very good. Okay, the most impressive. All right, so this is easy. Okay, label the pictures. Some of the letters are given to help you. Okay, so what do you think is number 1? There are maps around the person.
Travel agent.
Very good. Travel agent. Number 2?
Lawyer.
Lawyer. Number 3?
Soldier.
Soldier.
Number 4?
Librarian.
Librarian. Number 5?
Accountant.
Politician.
No, number 5 is politician. Number 6?
Accountant.
Accountant.
Accountant. Number 7? What's number 7?
Electrician.
Electrician. And number 8?
Technician.
Technician. All right. Very good. Okay, so now let's just look at this part. All right. Okay, complete the definitions that tell us what jobs can be like these words. All right. A job that is blank leaves you feeling very tired all the time. So what type of job? Dead end?
Exhausting.
What is the answer?
Exhausting.
Exhausting. All right. A job that is exhausting. Okay, it's very tiring. Okay, leaves you feeling very tired all the time. Okay, number two, a or an blank job is one where you work about 40 hours every week. That
Full
means,
time.
Full
all right,
time.
full time is where you work long hours. All right. So let's look at number three. A job that is blank causes you to be worried and anxious all the time.
Stressful.
Stressful.
Very good. Okay,
Stress.
stressful. Very good. Okay, number four. A or an blank job is one where there is little or no chance for you to progress.
Dear end.
Dead end.
All right, dead end. So dead end means uh you whatever you do, that's all. You cannot come up in life. That's the most you can do. All right. So there is no way for you to have a promotion or do better. That is your job and that's what you can do. All right. Number five, a job that is blank is one where you get lots of money for what you do.
Well paid.
All right. Okay. Well paid. Very good. Okay. Number six, a or an blank job is one where you only work for a part of each day or week.
Part time.
Part
All right.
time.
A part-time job. Okay. Number seven, a job where you do blank work is one where you use your hands and physical strength.
Manual.
Regular.
All right. Manual, right? Because even in cars, we have automatic cars as well as manual cars. Manual cars meaning you put the gear yourself, right? The first gear, second, third, and all that. Whereas if it's an automatic car, you just have to put in D and you just have to accelerate and the car will just go. All right. Okay, last one. Oh, and blank job makes you feel pleased and happy because you're doing something you like.
Satisfying.
Very good. Satisfying job. Okay. Okay, so this will be our last section. Okay, choose the correct answers for number four. When you apply for a job, you what? A, make a request to get it or are given more money to do it.
A.
A.
All right. A, apply. Okay. When you apply, that means you write in to them or you go for an interview or whatsoever. Okay, meaning you make a request to get it. Okay, number two, when you interview someone, you answer questions about yourself or ask somebody questions about themselves.
B.
B.
All right. You see, when you interview, right? So you have to ask questions. Okay. Number three, when you lose your job, you
B.
all right, you
Boy.
stop. All right, stop doing it. Okay, number four, if you get fired from a job, you
B.
B.
okay, let's check. Must have done something wrong. Fired means you are stopped from that particular job. If you retire from a job, you
A.
A.
all right, you are probably around 60 or 65. Okay, if you quit a job, you
B.
B.
okay, you might have found it too stressful or difficult. Okay, number seven, if someone hires you, then they
A.
A.
okay, they give you a job. Okay, they hire you means they are giving you the job. Okay, number eight, when you earn a salary, you
A.
A.
all right, you get money. All right. Okay, to be successful, the first thing to do is fall in love with your work. All right. So sometimes we do jobs that makes us not happy, but sometimes we have got no choice. We have to still continue and make ourselves happy and carry on with that job. All right. Okay. So thank you for joining today's class. I will shortly send the your homework to your class Telegram group.